What are the differences between working with DC Animation directly and working with Lego? So there are any more steps to bureaucracy or?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's what a first question. Yeah, there is. You know what? It is a fun question because actually for this one, for the first time, like we do work hand in hand with Lego. Like they because of course there's we're making fun movies for kids and stuff like that, but there's also a sort of synergizing that we want to do with them as far as like what are they releasing and what are this is the stuff that usually people won't talk about. But the cool thing about it was when we started this up, we're like, well, why don't we really try to align together? And I got to go to Denmark to sort of actual Lego headquarters and work out with their team, like what might they create for their sets and stuff like that, and talk about the possibilities of villains that we haven't used yet and who they might be interested in having in the film, and that sort of began the seeds of what this film actually ended up becoming, which was really like there's so many Bat family members and we haven't really done them all yet, so like why don't we do that and have some fun? There's so much to explore.
Rick, does the crew ever look at the theatrical, the Lego movie or the Lego Batman movie for inspiration, or do you guys all want to keep your films separate and just do your own thing?
Well, I think we can't help but look at them because obviously we're working on Lego stuff and we're interested in what other people are doing, and that goes for even the stuff that Marvel's doing with the Lego, the Jurassic Park stuff, whatever. But it's completely different.
Right.
What they do is completely different from what their version of Batman is. A whole other character, So I mean, we've sort of established a world that this movie sits in. So it's cool to see like what they've done because what they do is very inventive.
I think in some of the more recent Lego animated features you've done, you pushed the animation pretty far. Can you talk about that at all? Just the level of detail and just sort of the scope of the animation. I think it's sort of been pushed pretty high in the past few features.
Thank you. Well, I think that it's funny because we've done quite a few of these films now, and when we started, I think we thought we knew what we were doing, but Lego is actually a tricky thing,
right.
And I think we just naturally over the course of doing, I think this is the 7th or 8th movie, we've just gotten better at like being more legitimate with like the design of the sets and stuff that we build. I mean, you can pretty much take anything that's in this movie and build it straight up from Lego bricks that it would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. I wouldn't recommend it, but most everything in here is really buildable, and like we've even developed like a library, our designers of CGI bricks that are legitimate in scale, and so most of the time our designers they're basically sitting there and they're building Legos. That's their job.
This year at Comic-Con we're getting a Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go movie. We recently got a Batman versus TMNT animated movie. So I don't feel like it would be impossible to pull off a Ninjago meets DC superheroes Lego movie. Do you think that would be impossible to pull off?
Nothing's impossible to pull off. It's just a willingness, to have something like that happen. But I think for us, there's a lot unexplored in the DC universe as far as the Lego stuff goes that we can still have some fun with. So, I mean, I think that's the
like meeting the Ninjago crew.
So, Batwoman's in this as well as Shazam, and obviously there was a Shazam movie, Batwoman TV series. I'm curious if the inclusion of these characters were proposed. Did you come first? Who came up with the idea? Was it something
of having Batwoman?
Yeah.
In this film? I mean, I think that was just sort of like she's part of the Bat family of characters now, and it's like when we started to do the idea became that we're going to do a Bat family thing. Like it just makes sense. And she'd never been done, and she's a cool character, and she looks awesome. And like, what would she look like in Lego? Like, it just became a fun thing. As for Shazam, I mean, obviously we had an idea that there was a feature that was in the works and all that, but it's not like we necessarily tried to align that with that. And so I mean, I think you'll see in this film like how all that works out. And maybe I think the thing about this one is it sort of plants seeds for future stuff in a way that I don't think any of our other films have necessarily done. So
that kind of leads into my next question. As we've been doing these Lego movies, we've now gotten an Aquaman, we've gotten a DC Superhero Girls. Is there another character that might be the next great branch out character for Lego movies?
Yes, I mean the DC library of characters is huge, right? I mean any one of them could be. I mean, there's stuff in the works, but I can't say. I would love to do Lego Blue Beetle. That would be awesome.
Oh, no,
and
that'd be
Booster
cool.
Gold, like that would be really
Lego
fun.
Booster Gold.
But I'm not. Yeah, exactly.
Blue
right?
and gold.
Yeah.